Uh, Thanks, Jerry, and I'm really glad to be here today and introduce myself to um a great bunch of people. So, just I would just make this quick and let you guys know a little bit about my background. So, I'm from the northwestern part of India, and it's a state called Punjab, and it's a primarily an agrarian state, and it's been known for growing grains for centuries. Earlier, it was mostly coarse grains such as finger millet, sorghum, it's barley, etc. But things changed in the 1960s, and the state kind of moved towards rice, wheat, crop rotations. I grew up in a small village with my family being engaged in agriculture for about 5 to 6 generations. That's what my grandfather tells me, and I really don't have a way to confirm it. So, my family was mostly, wheat growers, corn growers, and my father, he was a potato grower as well. So I was growing around all these crops, and being the eldest child, I was automatically the labor in the field as well. So that kind of just built up my interest in plant sciences. And as a kid, I was always fascinated by the word scientist. So I decided very young that I would be something called a scientist. I didn't know that something that I do today is also a scientist's job, but that's how my journey kind of started. I, for my undergrad, I went to Punjab Agricultural University, where I studied corn for the very first time as a researcher. And that kind of also, paved my way into grad school at Michigan State, where I took upon corn in a little bit more depth, and I was, fascinated by the interactions of various factors and how that impact uh, biotic stresses on corn and its quality, yield, etc. All that shaped up me as an agronomist and helped me land here at UW-Madison as your used corn agronomist. So I'm really excited to, lead the Badger Corn Lab into corn research, building on what Wisconsin has been doing greatly for years and helping growers with the research. So overall, just giving the focus of the Badger Corn Lab going forward, I would like to tell you all that our focus is profitable and sustainable corn production, which we uh, want to achieve using the long-term research trials and data that we already have, and building on on the existing information for a better future, I would say. Our main focus is evaluating various abiotic interactions and how those factors of climate change, temperature variations would impact the overall quality of corn silage as well as grain. And we are also looking forward to, go into understanding of silage corn production in terms of understanding fermentation, and hopefully in future collaborating with animal sciences to perform some feeding studies and address challenges and adaptability questions on short corn, which is a very novel concept at this point. But going forward, it is something that we would be seeing more often around us. Uh, the other thing that I want to highlight over here is that the Badger Corn Lab is very much involved in extension and serving the growers. So we have we are working towards getting management question surveys to the growers later this year or very early next year, and gauge the issues in the state and focus our research on that. Our overall mantra is research, retell, and reflect. So we want to reflect on what the issues are, we want to research those issues, and then we want to retell or reconvey the information that we get from our and from our experiments to you all. You will also be looking at various blogs uh, coming your way, and we plan to start a bi-weekly blog in spring, which would be called Conversations with Kaur. So keep an eye out on that, and we will provide you more information on that. We'll also be out there as a lab during December Classic meetings, during the WABA meetings and Consoy Expo. And so if you guys see me at one of these meetings, feel free to, bug me with any questions or any suggestions that you may have. We are also working on providing digital content to the growers soon, and we'll hopefully be launching a YouTube Shorts information channel from our group. And so please keep an eye on Corn at a Click coming your way sometime later next spring. Along with that, we are also very excited to work with regional extension educators to help us convey information to the growers and also convey their issues and suggestions to us. So that's pretty much the overall idea of what as a group we want to do. And then before I close up my introduction, I would just like to make you aware of what we are doing this year as a lab. So this year I started off in July, but I had a wonderful group of technicians that were already working in the lab. So they helped me conduct few of the research trials already. So we've been working on a simulation defoliation study where we are stressing corn at different levels by damaging the leaves at different stages. So we are really excited about the results from that study and the takeaways that we'll be getting by the end of this season. This project is in collaboration with Michigan State and Ohio State. So we are looking at a bunch of cool data. We're also working on short corn and trying to understand the silage quality aspects of it. So some of that information will be coming your way very soon. We are working on putting together our corn bulletin for this year, and you will have that in your to your access before the weekend of Thanksgiving. Other than that, our silage harvest has already kicked in, and we are trying to collect some additional data in some of the fields where we are seeing some incidents of southern rust, tar spot. We haven't found a lot of ear rots, but as of Monday, when we were harvesting at Arlington, I found, I guess, 2 ears which had some white mold on that, but that was it. So yeah, that's overall what our lab is doing this year and what our vision is for the coming years. And I would be very happy to entertain any questions, queries, feedback, suggestions that any of you may have. And with that, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you, Dr. Kaur, for that update on what you've got planned for the future. And as we get any questions that roll into our system, we'll pass them along to you. And again, your email has been posted in the chat. So if anyone has needs Dr. Kaur's email address, it's there for you, and you can correspond with her directly. But if you have any questions while we have her on today, please throw those in the chat box as well. So thanks again, Dr. Kaur, and all of us in Extension and in the crops and soils fields across Wisconsin. We look forward to your future research and working with you closely as an agricultural industry as you develop your program. So appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. And I'll have to pop out in like next 3 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach me on my email. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, thanks again, Dr. Kaur.